Hey guys, welcome back. So Kirby, this is a common question I think people have, or topic. Maybe it's not, but how much money do you need to retire?
When people say how much money you need, they're figuring by the millions, right? They figured, oh, you need 10.5 million. I look at it totally different. That's how I look at it. I don't look at a certain number because just think if you have, let's say, 1.5 million or $2 million sitting in the bank account. And then I know it's gonna be people in the comment section saying, "Oh, but if you invest that and get a 5% return or a 10% return, all right, for you smart people, tell me where you're gonna invest it at. Tell me where you invest your money at to get that return." So the ideal of needing a fixed number is a misnomer. But let's just say you got 1.5 million. You never had 1.5 million at one time, and you're gonna live off of that. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna pay off your house? So are you gonna take $300,000, and I'm just using the median house price, and let's say you put $100,000 down on the house, which I know nobody did, but so you're gonna use 300,000 of that to pay off the house. So now that leaves you with 1.2 million. You're still gonna have taxes, insurance, groceries, car payment. Well, you'll pay off your car, so let's call that another 50,000. So now you're sitting about 1.15 or 1.2, let's call it 1.2. And then you're still gonna have to pay insurance, gas, living expenses, and then you're going to travel it up. Let's just say you're 50, 60. Each trip gonna cost you 10,000. 10,000 times 10 trips is how much, Alex?
100,000.
That's 100,000. So depending on all, and then you got medical expenses and all that other stuff. So let's say you're 60 years old and then you plan on living another 20 years and you take five trips a year, and you can manage all the money and not go help other siblings, friends, and things of that nature. Could you retire on that money? Yeah. But for me, I don't look at a solitary number as what my investment is. What I look for is how much does it cost me to live? So let's say it costs me $5,000 to live. If it costs me $5,000 to live, I need to bring in $15,000 of income a month. I said $5,000 a year. I meant $5,000 a month. But I need to bring in $15,000 a month. And then that's at my retirement goal. If it costs me $5,000 to live, even every year inflation is going to kick that up. If I can bring in $15,000, and of course, with inflation kicking up, the cost to live is going to increase my income to live, by that percentage points or higher. That's what I need to live on. That's all I'm looking for. So I'm always looking for cash flow assets to bring me in money every month because bills are due every month. Lifestyles cost every month. Grocery bills come every month. Light bills, phone bills, internet bills, car insurance, all that stuff come every month. So I need income to cover my cost of living plus extra in case of an emergency happening. I mean, of course, you can have the emergency fund, but you still want to cover yourself for catastrophic incidents. Like, oh, the roof caved in, and you got to go buy another roof. Of course, you have insurance, but some things insurance don't cover. AC goes out, that's $7,000. So it's all about the income coming in. So our investment or my investment philosophy is, I invest to create income. Whatever it appreciates to the value of that, my net worth, that doesn't matter. What matters is the income or the cash flow that comes in that will be able to take care of my family. And as long as the cash flow is triple what I need to live, then I'm able to retire, no matter what age I'm at, no matter anything else. And that's my philosophy on how much money you need. Alex, what you got?
I agree. I think that it's not how much money in a lump sum that you have. I think it's how much cash flow or how much income you have coming in that will allow you to retire. And that income is not coming from a job. That's income that you are producing, that you have your money invested, you have the lump sum invested, and that income provides you with the ability to retire. Um, I I hear often from people that are retired that they pull like 4% from their retirement, but I've also heard from some people that that's all their investment makes. So your investment should not be making 4%, it should be making more. But most of these people have financial advisors and they're putting them in these like high fee funds and all that. But Um, I guess that is a way you're kind of pulling from the appreciation, but it's something to that sort. But the way Kirby and I explain it is actual cash flow, actual residual income, a drip coming in, whether it's dividends, whether it's rents, whether it's options, premium, something of that sort to where it's an actual income and you're not selling off your capital, you're not selling off your lump sum so that you can retire. It's just using the income that comes in from it. So I think you're on par with what you need, 3 times more than what your expenses are, because you do also need to account for drastic situations. You have to be responsible, have to be accountable for anything that could happen. So you have to keep in mind, like I know Kirby, you do this too, where you talked about, you account for, what if 75% of your properties just went vacant? So can you live off the 25%? So you do have to account for drastic situations and things like that. But um, that's why that 3, 4x what your expenses are coming into hand actually helps you get an idea as to what is sustainable.
Right. And then the thing is let's not kid ourselves. When you retire, you want to have the ability to travel and do things. So, traveling every quarter or whatever, if you bring in income every, month is 3 times, it give you that ability to travel. It give you the ability to do things you want to do. I mean, you didn't grind it 40, 50 years. If you're retiring at, 65, you know, you want to be able to enjoy the fruits of the labor that you put in all those times. But what you see most times is people they have little to nothing in their 401ks or their retirement account, and then they got Social Security, and they just barely getting by, living off cat food just to make it. And that's not the purpose of retirement. The goal is once you get there, once you're comfortable in the life that you have, understand your expenses, be comfortable there, and then you just bring in the income extra. When you bring in the extra income, don't upgrade your life. You just live. You just live. Do what you want to do. If you want to go sit at the bar and get drunk with the locals 2 days a week, go ahead, do it. But it won't impact you. But when you sitting there with the lump sum, now when you're sitting there with the lump sum, you're trying to figure out how long am I going to live. But if you have that income cash flowing, you can live forever because you're still going to have the income coming in. Once you have that lump sum, it's like, oh well, I gotta die before I'm 80 or I'm gonna run out of money. Oh hell no. What's the point of going through your whole life just to do that? It makes no sense.
Exactly. So all that being said, guys, if you have any questions or comments, let us know down below. Don't forget to like and share, subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next one.